Manage yourself. What you identify as stress, fear, or anger doesn't happen because of what's around you, but due to your own faculties not taking instructions from you. If your mind was taking instructions from you, it would create pleasantness, not unpleasantness. It is your inability to manage your own system that causes this problem. Assume control over your own being, and everything will be fine. Get the context right. If somebody's life is happy, it does not mean he's doing something differently. He does the same things that you do after he wakes up in the morning or goes to bed at night, but somehow his life seems magical and beautiful because of the context in which it is being seen. The quality of your life does not depend on how simple or complex it is. It depends on how you look at it. So get the context right and listen to Sadhguru. So be active but happy. You do not have to be ambitious to be incessantly active. It works even if you're joyful. Don't lose perspective. Stress is the natural byproduct of human beings losing perspective of what life is all about. Their psychological process has become far larger than the existential process. Mind your thoughts. Your mind is society's trash can. Anyone who passes by stuffs something into your head. You have no choice but what to take and what to discard. And last of all, appreciate reality. Life is all about making the most of your reality, knowing it absolutely and experiencing it just the way it is. There is no real need to distort it. If your thoughts and emotions seem important, your whole attention will focus there, right? So don't pursue happiness. Today we seek happiness so vigorously that we threaten the very being of our planet. Don't be in pursuit of happiness. Instead, let's know how to appreciate and express it and transform what is within. The quality of your life is not determined by the clothes you wear or the bank balance that you hold. It depends on how peaceful and joyous you are inside. People deprived of their basic needs may be physically miserable and therefore need to rectify their circumstances. But the needs of most others are not decided by what they have, but how they are at the moment. So let's listen to Sadhguru. Get your mind to relax. Let's look at the various factors that influence us from dawn to dusk. If you did not sleep well last night, even your morning could be bad. But it's the level of relaxation that makes all the difference. It is necessary to keep your system relaxed in a way that activity does not take a toll on it. You could be physically exhausted, but it wouldn't stress you in any simple way. So simple yoga can help. Let's listen to what Sadhguru has to say about stress management. Let's look at the trajectory of forever. Let's talk about forever. Forever is a brand which is present in 168 countries, over $2.5 billion in sales worldwide. There is no risk in this company and it is present in 168 countries. Forever Living is an honest company. There are no hidden costs, no monthly fees, no registration fees and no fees of any kind. It's so simple to join as a Forever business owner. Simply visit the join page by clicking Get Started here under the navigation bar. You will be given two options: sign up as a FBO or sign up as a FPC. Select sign up as a FBO from the options. The average Forever Living product salary ranges from approximately 0.8 lakhs per year for online marketing to 10.6 lakhs per year for assistant manager. Thus, think about it. You can earn a huge amount. International business company, best MNC which works in so many countries, best in wellness from 44 years. Its revenue is $4 billion. It was $4 billion in 2021, 30,000 crores approximately. Vertically integrated company plan to involve you and the world's best healthcare products, and most of the products are based on aloe vera, and I think you already know about the benefits of aloe vera and the marketing plan. So it's amazing because they give use of the highest commission and discount. Join Forever. Can consciousness be programmed, and can machines become conscious? Everything that you know has a limited boundary: body, psychological space, emotion space, energy space. Consciousness is not bound by anything. It is the ultimate motherboard of the existence. So can we make a machine conscious? It is a ridiculous thing. I want you to understand that even you cannot become conscious. The word conscious is being used in many different ways. That is confusing, but there is consciousness. If you dissolve your physical, psychological, emotional and energy forms, you become consciousness. Not only that, you become conscious in the sense that you possess consciousness, but you become consciousness. You can neither generate consciousness within this or in any of the electronic stuff. This is completely wrong. Essentially, when we say consciousness, we are talking about fundamentally everything else is a pop-up, is a solar system of the pop-up. The planet is a pop-up and you are a pop-up. A human being has the ability to not just be a pop-up but become the source. When you become that, in some way you dissolve your identity, because your body, your mental structure essentially is because of your identity. In your experience, what you are made up of is the reality that you make up, identifying with it, whether it is an object or a person or a thing or a property, including your body, your mind. You only feel that it is you when you are identified with it. So, if you withdraw your identities, then you dissolve, and not that your body will melt or something like that. It is still sitting here, but because you have withdrawn your identity, it has dissolved from your experience. Then you are consciousness, because that is the basis of your existence. Listen to Sadhguru. Let's talk about Velangari mountain. How to become a limb of Shiva, Shivanga, way of grace. The Shivanga sadhana for men is an opportunity to bring forth devotion from within. Shivanga literally means limb of Shiva, and the Shivanga sadhana is an opportunity to bring into one's awareness our connection with the source of creation. This 42-day process includes an initiation with the powerful Shiva Namaskar process and a pilgrimage to Kailash of the south, the Velangari mountain. Let's listen to Sadhguru's ideas on energy. How do you become 100% energetic? One level of energy is that the food you eat, the water that you drink, the air that you breathe and the sunlight that you receive, these things become day-to-day energy that you experience. And another way of looking at it is that what you call life or what you call myself is energy. How alive and wakeful are you is how energetic you are. The ability to convert food, water, air and whatever other inputs go into your system will be different in different people. All spiritual practices, the kriyas, the meditation are fundamentally to make your energies more awake than what they are right now. It is not just about digestion and assimilation, but the conversion of energy happens in different states, depending on how alive or how awake your energies are. Once you start certain spiritual practices, you might have seen that your level of energy is totally different. Your ability to stay awake, not to be tired, to go on with life is much better once you start these practices. If you practice these kriyas daily, you can see that if you don't do them for one day, there is a distinct difference. In a way, all spiritual practices is the same. The kriyas and meditation are fundamentally there to energize you, keep you more awake than what they are right now. Whether we are talking about Kundalini or in English they say plain simple energy, it is basically about raising ourselves to a higher level of energy. What you call life is itself energy. If you want to function on a higher plane of life, you need a higher level of quality of energy. There are many methods to do this. There are dramatic ways to energize a person, but such methods need proper preparation, balance and control over life. That requires much more awareness from a person to know what he is doing and what he is doing with himself. Most people, even the so-called spiritual people, do not know what is happening within themselves 98% of the time, especially when it comes to their body or to their energy. And when it comes to their mind and emotions, they usually do not know until it becomes acute. Let's listen to Sadhguru's tips to maintain high energy levels. The English expression falling in love is significant because no one rises or climbs or falls in love. You fall in love because something you are has to go. If not the whole world of you, at least a part of you should collapse. Only then there is a love affair. You are willing to destroy a bit of yourself for the sake of the other. It essentially means someone else has to become far more important than yourself. Unfortunately, what most people call love is just mutual benefit scheme. You fall in love because something of you has to go. One day, this happens to anybody. One of the best ways to fulfill the body needs is to tell people I love you. This so-called love has become like a mantra. Open sea same. You try to get what you want by saying I love you. Every action that we do is in some ways to fulfill these needs. If you see this, there is a possibility that you can grow into love and you can grow your love as your natural quality. But people go on fooling themselves into believing that relationships that they have made for convenience, comfort and well-being are actually relationships of love. I'm not saying there's no experience of love at all in those relationships, but it is within certain limitations. It does not matter how much I love you has been said. If a few expectations and requisites are not fulfilled, things will fall apart. Let's listen to Sadhguru on love.